Ahsoka Tano just made her triumphant return to the Clone Wars, but is she also going to be joining The Mandalorian second season? Folks, it's been a banner day for Ahsoka Tano fans, and more specifically, Star Wars fans. Not only did she make her triumphant return to her roots in the Clone Wars after a 7-year hiatus, but now rumors are swirling that she might make her live-action debut in The Mandalorian as well.
Yeah? Good.
So why is today Ahsoka Tano Day? Well, let's get into it. According to the folks over at Slash Film, Rosario Dawson will be portraying the former Jedi in The Mandalorian Season 2. Now, this has yet to be confirmed by anyone at Lucasfilm or Dawson's team, so take it with a crate-sized grain of salt.
Salt.
But if it's true, this has major implications for the galaxy far, far away, especially since the second season of The Mando already finished filming. That means this was all done in secret. How many Bothan spies had to die for Slash Film to get this report? Now, given that Clone Wars creator Dave Filoni is behind The Mandalorian, it isn't a huge surprise he'd want to make a live-action version of Ahsoka, and Dawson has long been a popular fan cast choice to play this role. Dawson even tweeted about wanting this role way back in 2017. Now, as of right now, there's no news as to whether this would be a one-off appearance or be part of a larger story arc. However, we can't imagine casting someone this major to play such an important Star Wars character for just a single episode. So even if Ahsoka Tano only shows up in one episode of The Mandalorian, you can probably bet your last Imperial credit that there's going to be an Ahsoka TV series down the line. And yes, we're talking live action, baby! Now, the last we saw of Ahsoka was in the Rebels finale. She went off to search the unknown regions of the galaxy for the missing Ezra Bridger. And given that The Mandalorian takes place years later and is close to the unknown regions, as Din Djarin seeks the child's homeworld, it wouldn't be shocking if Ahsoka turned up and met with the titular Mandalorian. Now, of course, the other huge piece of Ahsoka news today was her return to the Clone Wars, and since we're going to break down that episode in just a little bit in greater detail, now's the time to throw up a spoiler warning. Thanks, Matt. Or is it like over here? I don't know. Thanks, Matt. Although Ahsoka turned up in Rebels and has a voice cameo on The Rise of Skywalker, the last time we saw her in the Clone Wars was back in 2013 when she was framed for murder. In the Season 5 finale, Ahsoka walked away from the Jedi Order that had betrayed her. It was a move that shocked fans and totally made us finally understand why Anakin became so distrustful of the Jedi Order in Revenge of the Sith. Season 7's Gone with a Trace basically starts where Season 5 ended, with Ahsoka riding off into the sunset away from the Jedi Temple. She plunges into the depths of Coruscant and crashes onto level 1313, which is a nice nod to the white whale of cancelled Star Wars video game projects. Man, I'm still not over it. I was in that E3 presentation, and RIP to a real one. Ahsoka meets the mechanic Trace Martez and her sister Rafa, who are just trying to survive in Coruscant's seedy underbelly. Here, Ahsoka learns how the average person sees the Jedi Order. They perceive them as people who are always starting wars and policing everything, so it makes sense that people didn't bat an eyelash when they were eventually systematically murdered. Then there's some hijinks with some underworld ruffians and some violent binary load lifter droids rampaging through the planet. Ahsoka tries to hide her Jedi training, but ultimately she winds up having to use the Force to save her newfound friend Trace. This seems to be a nice nod to perhaps the beginning of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order in an episode that was otherwise mostly uneventful. But we do know that later in the season, Ahsoka will team up with Captain Rex to fight Maul on Mandalore, so at least there's something to look forward to. But for now, it feels like Ahsoka is learning to forge her own path away from the Jedi, and this will probably be how she winds up surviving Order 66. Never fear, though. As we see in Rebels, Ahsoka's path still involves doing the right thing. We're excited to see where this season takes her and where she'll be once The Mandalorian Season 2 rolls out later this year, if those rumors prove to be true. But what do you folks think? Are you excited to see Ahsoka Tano in live action? Were you satisfied with the conclusion of Ahsoka's Season 5 arc? And could we get other animated characters in The Mandalorian Season 2? Let's discuss. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. And if you want to make sure you never miss a new episode, hit that little bell. That way you will be notified instantly whenever we drop a new video or put up a new show, and that way you will be up to date on all the latest news, theories, and rumors in the pop culture world. In the meantime, stay safe, be healthy, and see you next time.